Little old lady, she was so proud of her little house in Southgate, and she said, are you going to do open house at my house? And I said, yes. And she goes, look at my house. What do you notice? And I'm thinking, there's one chair in the living room. There's not much in this house. I went online. This is like a 75-year-old lady. And they said to remove all the personal pictures off my house. And I'm like, oh, you're right. There's no personal pictures of you or your family. And I took out all the furniture. And I'm like, yeah, there's only one chair. And I made fudge for the buyers that are going to come in. And I'm thinking, okay, well, it was, I think she went to Big Lots and bought this cherry fudge. It was really ugly looking stuff, right? And I was like, she goes, would you like some? And I'm like, no, I don't think so. So I'm doing open house, and it was a lousy open house. But this couple came in with their son, and here, my little old lady wouldn't leave my house. Always have the seller leave, okay? So she takes her tray of fudge, and she's like, here! So she's making these poor people eat this cherry fudge. It's like all in their teeth. So gross. And they bought the house. I still don't know if it was because of the cherry fudge or not. But, you know, have something that is going to make them stay a little longer. So if you have to you don't have to make cookies. You could buy cookies at the market or something. But make sure you get permission from the owner first. So. But that was funny. I still see that poor couple with this fudge in their teeth. Follow-up call or letter. Okay, so when you have your guest register, you want to make sure that they sign their name, give you their phone number, and their email address, and hopefully their address, okay? Now, there's a lot of people, I think this has happened to a couple of, maybe you, Susan, I don't know, but some agents, maybe Felipe, has this ever happened to you where you talk to this person and they give you their name and phone number and you go to call it and this phone number is not in service any longer? Or you do an email and it like bounces. It's like, okay. Don't expect everybody to be honest with you. Sometimes people are too forceful at open house, and so that just sort of makes the buyer want to not give you the right information. Your best bet is to build rapport. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Too much talking. Build rapport with the people, and you might want to go to that buyer questionnaire, the very first one, so, have been looking for long? Are you working with an agent? Because you truly don't want their number if they don't want to work with you, okay? But you need to work on your communication skills, and you have to build rapport when they come in so that they want to give you their number, and they want to work with you. And if you know your inventory, like Michael does, then they want to work with you more because you're going to tell them houses that nobody else told them about. So try and build rapport with them. And this is, my daughter, Rita taught my daughter this, offer a drawing gift, have entry forms for drawing. What she would do is have a drawing once a quarter. Free dinner at Mimi's or free movie tickets, whatever it is. And she got a little basket and she had some little slips of paper, just like a guest registry. And, she said, drawing will be held on X day. If you want a free dinner, sign up. And she would get the right names and numbers on that. But you have to be good, and you do have to give them the prize in the end. Okay? But that's something that you could do. So you could have a little drawing. Yes?
What if you're showing your buyer a property and the agent that's having the open house is doing a drawing and asks your buyer, can you fill this out so you can enter?
That happened to you?
Drawing? Yes, that's happened to me. What do you do? Do you, as an agent?
Come on. What would you do? Spur of the moment. You have to think fast on your feet. You have 1 second to make a decision. What are you going to do?
I'll fill it out for them and I'll let them know they win.
That's exactly what I would have done. Right. You have to be able to think fast on your feet.
But when I got a little uncomfortable and I had to tell my buyer, they're going to call you and try to ask you about the home.
But that's okay.
Right.
If you can have that kind of relationship with your buyer, then you're going to be fine, right? But yes, you are going to be put in situations, and if you can't think fast on your feet, Mazen's a good fast on his feet thinker. You are. You have a golden tongue. You have to watch out for Maz.
Yeah.
But you do have to, you're going to be put in situations and it's going to be really hard, and the only thing you can do is keep learning and talking to people and figuring it out. Okay? So all of us will know what to do now when we're showing our buyer and they say, fill this out. And we're all going to say, I'll fill it out for you and I will give you a free dinner. I'll pay for your dinner and your friend's dinner too. You know, you have to just sort of be on your toes. Number 10, try to get an appointment with them right then to show a property or get approved by the lender. Right then. Again, why Michael's successful. He doesn't wait to call them on Monday. Hey, do you want to see that house I just told you about? The one that's really a good deal. It's like down the street. He gets the appointment right then and there. So you have to ask for the appointment.
So does he set it up like for tomorrow or?
Yeah, whatever. But
same day closes up
he
the
knows the inventory. So okay, let's just do a little role play. So Felipe, do you like this house that I'm showing? No, that's not what I want you to say. I want you to say I'm looking at a different price range. Just go ahead. You're looking at a different price range.
Yeah, the price is not.
I have this really good house. It's like 2 streets over.
Okay.
It's the price range that you're looking in, and it has 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and a pool. And I'm telling you, it's not even going to last. Do you want to go take a look at it?
I think I would.
Okay, do you want to do it after open house? I'm done here at 5 o'clock. Give me a half hour to pick up my signs, and we can go see it. So give me your name and number. I'm going to text you the address, and we'll run over there at 5:30.
Okay.
Did I just make an appointment with him?
Yes.
Because I created, he wants this good deal. I told him it's a good deal. You guys, if you don't know your stuff, how are you going to get an appointment? Well, I'll call you if anything ever comes up. And do you ever call them? No, because nothing good ever comes up. Right? And if they're not pre-approved and they really like you and you're building rapport, then get them to a lender. Okay? How to host a successful open house. Call the seller, introduce yourself. Tell them what time you'll be holding open house. Make flyers with the marketing department to promote yourself and the property. Carry your business cards. Get an inventory list from the front desk and on the MLS on the subject property. Look for switch properties in the MLS in the same price range or lower than the subject property. So this is also something that's really successful. And Christos, who's not here, when he sat with me, he knows that he has to do this for open house. So I go through the MLS. If you have an iPad or some sort of technological device where you could open the MLS, that's good. But usually people will go, this is what I do. I put my purchase agreement on the table, and then I get a list of properties that are in different price ranges. So if I'm holding a house that's $500,000, maybe I'll get some stuff for $400,000 and some for $600,000, or I'll get some good deals. Properties that I've seen because I know the inventory, and I'll just print out 5 or 6 MLS sheets. And then people go, well, I don't have anything, and you go, oh, but I got this one. This one will work for you, right? You don't know who's going to come in. No one's going to come in and want to buy the house on open house. Let's just all be honest, okay? The odds of that happening, slim to none. Okay, maybe 1 in 100 open houses, maybe not, because they have to like the house, be qualified for the house, and it has to fit their needs, and that doesn't happen because you're going into a random open house. So you have to have alternate properties available for them, and I always take as much information as I can to see if I can switch them, because if you don't know the inventory like Michael, you can switch them with a piece of paper. All you have to do is have the listing printed out. Always know of a new property about to come out on the market through the office grapevine. Flag the property appropriately using open house signs and flags. Get to the property on time. Start flagging 20 minutes early in order to do so. Okay, if you are doing an open house that is not your listing, okay, you need to be twice as respectful. So I'm the listing agent, and I'm going to allow Brandon to do open house on my listing. I've called the seller, and I've said, Mr. Seller, we are going to be having open house on Sunday from 1 to 5. And I will not be there, but I have an associate of mine who's going to do open house, and he's very good, and he will take care of your house as if it's his own. Mr. Seller, a little bit untrusting, so he knows the next door neighbor, and he goes, hey, They're supposed to have open house at 1 o'clock here. Make sure that you call me if that door isn't open at 1 o'clock. How do you know who the seller knows? They have spies all over the place, okay? And if you say, I'm going to have Brandon do my open house, and Brandon goes, oh, Marie, I'm sick today, I can't do it. You just made me look like a really big fat liar in front of my seller, okay? Now, what if you're the kind of agent that's really always late? Now you've made me look bad because you got there at 1:30 and the seller calls me up and goes, I thought you were going to do it at 1 o'clock. Or what if you're the kind of agent that goes, shoot, I want to go watch that basketball game and it starts at 4:30. I'm going to leave early. I'm not going to be here till 5 o'clock. Can't do that either. I had an agent go, oh, well, nobody came, so I closed up early. You only need one good buyer to come to your open house and you'll have a sale. So if you have only one person come in and they're the good one, the one that really wants to buy, you have not wasted 4 hours of your life. Okay? So you have to think of this as an income producing thing that's going to make you money. So do not just like close up. Yes.
Plus, you respect other agents that they might want the open house and that person now, you know.
Well, it's not. It's for the seller.
Well, what I'm saying is that if an agent's going to do an open house, they should respect that other agents probably wanted to do that open house.
Well,
that they
true.
got. And
But you are given a gift.
right.
I will
It
tell
is.
you right now that for every listing you get, if you're a listing agent, you get probably 20 people that email and call you and say, I would love to do an open house. I'm a really good, responsible agent. And I'm like, I don't know you from Adam. Why would I have you do an open house? Why wouldn't I have someone I know do an open house? So people are desperate for open houses.
They are.
They're giving you a gift to allow you to do an open house for someone. Respect the house, respect the agent and the seller, because the seller will have spies. Maybe the seller will come in and spy on you himself
Sure, good.
and pretend he's a buyer. So what happens if that happens?
Right. Right.
So I come in, I'm like, Brandon, what are you going to say? I'm in your open house. That's what you're going to say?
He just got his license.
Okay, doesn't matter, so say something to me. I want your open house. Just say, hi, I'm Brandon. That's all you have to say. Are you looking for a house, sir? Nah, just wanted to see this. Hey, Brandon, what do you think about the price? So Brandon thinks, oh man, I know everything. And Brandon goes, yeah, I think the listing agent overpriced it. You did not know it was the seller that walked in the house.
They're gonna go back to the agent.
Exactly. It happens all the time. Or they have their Aunt Betty come in, and Aunt Betty comes in and she's, oh, look at this house is dirty or something. And then the agent goes, oh yeah, it's really dirty. You don't know who the seller is. It's not your listing, so you have no idea, right?
Wait, you mentioned that people are begging to participate in listings. Why?
Because an open house is a way to market yourself.
Open house is the way to pick up buyers.
Find clients.
Yeah.
You need leads. In order to be successful in real estate, you need leads.
Yeah.
You have no leads. You want to do open house so that you can get leads. I'm giving you a gift by allowing you to do open house at my listing
Right.
because you don't have a listing of your own.
So Marie, what happens if you do the open house and then you get a prospective buyer?
Whoever picks up the buyer in open house, it's their buyer.
Okay.
Okay.
Even though it's not
Okay,
your
so that's
listing.
why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was
So
under the
that's the
assumption
reason.
that they already had agents.
Who has an agent?
The prospective buyer.
But you don't know that. That's why we have those questions like the very first handout.
Okay.
Hi. Well, maybe we should do like a role play. Susan, I'm going to do it with you, I think, because I don't want someone to say, okay, so I'm going into Susan's open house, right? Hey, Susan.
Hi, how are you? Welcome
Hi.
to my open house.
Hi.
My name is Susan.
Hi, Susan.
What's your name?
It's Marie.
Marie. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What's
What's the price on this house?
This is 500.
Okay.
Yeah, 500.
And does it have pool?
It does not have a pool. Is that something that you're?
Yeah, I need a house with a
Oh,
pool.
okay.
And I need at least 2 baths.
And 2 baths. Okay, okay, well then I'll be a Michael and show you.
Oh, you're supposed to say, what are you supposed to say?
Oh, okay. Well, let me show you this house, and it might fit your. Even though you're not I mean.
Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work for me. Okay, thanks. Nice meeting you, Susan. I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lost the
Okay, so
You're gonna walk into my open. You walk into my open house now.
Okay.
Yeah, walk into my open house.
You're supposed to get their name and phone number
Hi,
to call.
Hi.
I'm Marie Picarelli. How
Susan,
are you?
nice to meet you.
And what's your last name?
Waldron.
Waldron. I was gonna say Duarte.
I know. I was gonna say Duarte too.
Sorry, it's because she first came in as Duarte, now she was Waldron. So, take a look around. We have a
Alright.
really good house here. It's 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. The
Does
price
it have a
is
pool?
It doesn't have a pool, but the price is
I wanted a
$500.
pool.
But that's okay. You know, there's plenty of room in the backyard. You should check out this yard. It's really large.
What's the square feet?
The lot square footage is 11,000 square feet. You could actually have a pool and still have yard for your kids to play in. So before you say no to the house, why don't you go take a look around and then I'll answer any questions for you, okay?
Sounds good.
Okay, you looked around, now you come back.
Okay.
So what did you think?
Well, I don't know. I still want a home with a pool, and you know that master bedroom, it just didn't really seem like a master bedroom.
I understand.
And I don't know, it looks like it might need some.
Well, you know, I do have some other houses. Let me show you. So I have this one over here. So you see, this one does have a pool, and this is the price. And then I have this other one on this street. So, you know, if it's something like that that you're interested, I would be happy to help you. Are you working with an agent right now?
I am working with an agent.
Oh, and are you
right now.
happy with them?
Well, they've been showing me some homes, but they haven't found what I've been looking for.
Yeah, sometimes it takes a long time to find the right house. But let me do this, Susan. You know, I know you're working with an agent, and I'm not the kind of agent that wants to steal you from another agent. But, you know, I'm going to give you my card, and if you're not happy or you feel like you need a change, I would be happy to help you. And if you don't mind, would you like to sign my register and just give me your name and your email address? And you know what? We have a lot of listings in our office that come up that are usually office exclusives. We don't put them on the market for like 2 weeks.
Wow.
So our agents get a chance to sell them first. So
wow.
if something comes up, it would be really good if I could call you and let you know about it before it comes on the market. Would you be interested in something like that?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, well then give me your name and number. And then, by the way, here's my notepad
Okay.
and my pen and my shopping bag.
By the way,
And a
is there
gift
any
card.
flexibility on this house?
Well,
Like,
you
what
know-
do you think about the price? Do you think
That's
the
a
price
really
is
good question. You know, we really don't know if the price is flexible. I can tell you we'll sell it for the price it's listed at, but the best way to find out if it's flexible is to write an offer. Because then when it's in writing, then the seller really knows, well, he's gonna be honest with you. He sees something in writing, and you never know. But I would always write an offer, and that gives you more information about what the seller really wants to do on a house. Why, so you're interested a little bit in this house?
Well, I'm concerned about the price in this neighborhood. If I was gonna put an offer, then I would.
And that's really smart of you. What I would do for you before you put an offer on this house or any house, the way I do my job is I do comps
Okay.
in the neighborhood so that you can make an educated decision on what price that you're going to offer on the house. Because we obviously want it to appraise because that's
Right.
really, really important.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't wanna pay something way over and.
I think you and I can really work together. So we're gonna go on that listing appointment next week, right?
Yeah, let's do that. Okay.
I don't know if that's helpful to you guys. Was it helpful?
To see it master over.
I know this.
Well, it was good. A really good client there as well. But you have to just make it come naturally. Oh, I forgot to ask her if she was pre-approved too. But you know what? Your conversation, they're going to lead you to the next question, but you need to know which questions to ask. Okay? And sometimes what she did, it does happen. They look at the house and then they go, oh yeah, now I'm more interested. I mean, you don't know. Like I said, they could say, I want the pool, and then she sees this beautiful backyard, and I really like this backyard better than a pool. You don't know.
Open-ended questions.
So yeah, make sure that you talk to the people. So I don't know if I'm on the right page right now.
I didn't see that one. Where is that? Or are you just going through it on the?
I don't know. We were just talking about, what were we talking about? switching properties in the MLS, knowing new listings that are through our office. I guess that's where we were, huh?
Yeah, we are in that.
Okay,
No, you were on the bottom.
I was.
Have the owner put their valuables at a site. You were talking about your client who had the ex-wife steal all his stuff.
Was I even on this page?
Yes.
I don't remember now. I don't know how we got off on that
I know,
tangent.
I felt like we were gonna put an offer together.
Yeah, I know. By that time, I'm like so excited about writing the offer. I don't know.
Susan's like, I'm buying a house. I don't know.
I know. Who cares about everything else? She's gonna buy the house. I don't even know what listing it is.
So good, I was just already convincing me.
Yeah, because you were like, turn on the lights and open up the drapes.
Yeah.
Okay, but you get the, you need to know the gist of what you have to say in an open house and why you're saying it. Number 12, if it's slow and you close up early, especially during winter, leave a note. I really don't think you should leave early. I just don't.
Yeah.
If they have a pet, ask if they want it brought in the house after the open house. Ask the owners if they want certain lights on before you leave. Leave a thank you note. Only positive comments. Yeah, let's. Well, we were talking about the aunt that came in, right? And
Yes.
remember, like, you don't know who's going to come into your open house. It could be the seller, and you've got to be prepared. Never say anything negative.
Right.
And did you see how she asked me, is there any flexibility in the price? You don't know.
Right.
Write an offer.
Sure.
And even if I knew, I wouldn't say. I wouldn't be lying, but I can't divulge that because I have a fiduciary duty to the seller, right? Lock all the doors, leave the home the way you found it unless given other instructions. And that means if the back door is open, leave the back door open because sometimes the sellers don't have keys. I mean, unlocked. Open house equipment checklist. This one needs to be adequate number of prudential open house signs. And prudential flags, how about that one? And inflated balloons.
But a little bit too much might not be good, right? Because I've gotten in trouble.
What did you get? What did you put? How many balloons did you put out there? Did you have a party?
No, I had like maybe 4 signs in front of the house
And
and a banner, and a picture was taken and it was sent to Michael and the DAOR. Now I'm having all these experiences. Contacted him and told him that someone complained that I put too many signs in front of
really?
the house. Yeah. So
4
I've been-
signs I don't think is overkill.
I've been keeping it
Oh, me too.
low.
4 signs in front of a house I think is more than adequate. Maybe, I don't know what kind of banner you put. What did the banner say?
It said open house and I bought it at the DAUR.
You bought it at DOR and they
Yeah.
reported you to DOR. That's great.
What was that? Open house?
Well, it was
20
it was-
feet or?
No,
Because they have big ones. I
Yeah,
don't know.
well, it must have been.
Well, Susan, you have to do what's right for you. So if you're a really kind of egotistical maniac, I've seen people that have life-size pictures of themselves standing up in the corner. They're bigger than themselves. That's even funnier because they're like really short guys. And they have like a 6'10" picture of themselves. And sometimes, I don't know, it depends what kind of impression you're trying to portray of yourself. And I walked in this open house and I looked at this little guy and went, this is like ridiculous. It's like a circus, all about him. And you know what? Some buyers may be really attracted to that,
Yeah.
but I don't think people
I don't
want.
know, I'll have
They
to
don't want to
show
be
you
into you, the agent.
Right.
You know, they want to have someone that's going to help them. They don't want someone that's like it's all about me. So you have to sort of do what fits your personality. I think we are supply of no smoking cards. Really? I think I need to revise this thing. Okay, so dang it. I don't even know where I'm at. Okay, I have when you're doing open house. So remember I said if one person comes in and it's a buyer, it's a good open house. But I've done open houses in my career for 40 years. And you know how people always complain about being unorganized? Agents, right, Felipe? Don't we always say we're unorganized? When it's downtime and there's nobody walking in, I do try and bring my stuff and organize my buyers or sellers or make to-do lists because you do have some downtime, but that doesn't mean that you don't have to work. You shouldn't turn on the TV and watch the football game. You should be doing something constructive. You can be writing thank you notes. If you are a smart agent, you have thank you notes with you, and as the people walk in, you've written the note and you've already sent it in the mail by the time Monday rolls around, right? If you're really good, you bring your computer and you start putting them in your Excel sheet so that you have your soy in your database expanding during open house. So you need to have all these thoughts in your mind about how to be productive when you're in an open house. If you are not talking to a real person, then think about adding people to your soy or cleaning things out that you have to. Some work to do between visitors, that's what I'm talking about. Non-perfume deodorizer, aluminum foil, vanilla or cinnamon. You know how to do that. You put aluminum foil on the burner of the stove, put a couple drops of vanilla and cinnamon, and then it smells like cookies. Those are for the smelly houses, right? For answering questions, appointment book. Well, we don't have MLS books either. Always bring a purchase agreement with you and a listing contract. I had 3 of those in my car as well. I don't think. Oh yeah, vacant properties. You should have a small, not too heavy, portable folding table and folding chairs if you're going to sit at a vacant house. It's important. You don't want to be standing up all day. Open house drawing. This just gives you an idea of what kind of things you could put in on a drawing piece of paper. What do you need to present an offer? Okay. So now you've shown buyers houses, you've done open house. What do you need to write an offer? Last week you're supposed to do your homework and fill out an RPA. You need, in order to have a contract, Mazen, what do you need? Come on, a contract. Come on, legal contract. You need you need consideration. Thank you, which would be the good faith deposit, right? People have to put money up front in order to open escrow. And as we spoke last week, no more than 1% is what our area goes for. But it depends. If you want your offer accepted, then you'll go a little bit more and put a bigger deposit. You have to have a RPA, your agency disclosure, pre-approval from lender, comparable sales from the MLS. And I know nowadays we don't present offers in person, but I'm going to tell you, that was so much fun. Did you used to present offers in person? Never had more fun in my life. Driving in the rain, waiting in my car, having sellers leave me in their house and taking off in their car because they didn't like my offer. Yeah. You need to have your stuff together. Nowadays, there's no excuse for you not to have a pre-approval letter, you not to have proof of funds that are current, not from January.
And not even in your bank account.
Or not in your bank account or in your name. It's very hard to present offers to a seller when you only have half of the information that you need to make a smart decision. This is a big investment for sellers. They're selling like the biggest thing that they own, right? It's a lot of money. So just make sure you do your due diligence for your buyers and for the sellers, okay? Let's Mazen, you're an attorney. When you go to court, do you go to court prepared?
Yes.
And you have your evidence in line?
Yes.
And you have enough proof to make sure that your argument is going to be won?
Correct.
That's how you guys have to think of your offers. You need to make your offer the one that's going to be selected because it has to be strong. You have to give the proof to the seller that the buyer is able and willing to complete the purchase, and you have to write a strong offer. Same thing. So just pretend you're always going to court, and then you'll write strong offers, right? Simple offer form. Well, I guess if you went to the meeting when Gov was here, they have like a summary form now on Win Forms, but if you want to just write down the most salient points, we have 10 pages of boilerplate, or 12 pages now. And the things that are most important to the seller is the down payment, the deposit, the price, the kind of loan, and any other costs that the seller is going to incur. Close of escrow, termite, home warranty, and if there's any personal property included, okay? Offer presentation form. Well, like again, I said, we can get that form on WinForms, and that's the end of this. So if you want to take a 5-minute break,